Hello, Cardinals. We're going to be talking about investigation 8.3 today, researching building designs to reduce storm damage. And our focus question is, how can we build a building to be storm resistant? A little bit of extra information. The word relevant means closely connected or appropriate for what is being done. And then you should check your email. If you plan on going out for 8th grade track, there is a survey to complete, and track starts on Monday, April 3rd. So a little review. What type of data would you collect to track a hurricane? And there's a lot of different data you would track. You would track things like wind speed. You would track sea surface temperatures because that's what's going to feed the hurricane. You would track barometric pressure because that tells you how low the pressure system is. You would track longitude and you would track latitude. All right. And then also geographic location. So longitude and latitude will give you geographic location. So all of these different things you would track a hurricane. Different instruments and technologies. Some different instruments you would use are the radars and the phased radars that we've talked about. An anemometer for wind speed. You would use a barometer for the pressure and satellite images. And then different technologies, the unmanned air vehicles and the hurricane computer forecast models. Those are all different things that you would use to track a hurricane. So looking back to 8.2, a little bit of review. Some just things to talk about is where did the tropical storm eventually turn out that Hurricane Katrina began as? Where did tropical storms, where are they usually born? At what point did the tropical storm become a hurricane? What direction did the storm move? What do you think caused Hurricane Katrina to move along this path? And where did Hurricane Katrina lose its energy and then turn back into a tropical storm? So lots of stuff about Hurricane Katrina to review regarding 8.2. All right, a little bit more also. Why do you think this happened? Happened in this location. If you had been working in the National Hurricane Center, which cities or areas would you have evacuated? On what day would you have recommended the evacuation? And what happened to the wind speed and barometric pressure over the 8-day period? And then number 11, what data is missing that might help explain the extensive damage caused on the Gulf Coast and New Orleans by Hurricane Katrina? So, your objective page, we want to write down number 4. What did you notice about Hurricane Katrina and how it moved that most surprised you? Today for 8.3, we're going to learn about technologies for minimizing damages caused by storms and develop your own design for storm-resistant buildings. So for step 1, we're going to be thinking back to our storm surge model for investigation 8.1, and then we're going to be brainstorming with our group some strategies that an architect might use when designing a home or building. Think about specific parts of that building that would be impacted.
Scoville, Mateo Lozano, Grace Keenan,
and then you're going to write
Madeline Zimstein,
sorry about the announcements.
Aiden Shea. To the main office, please.
You're going to list these strategies in your notebook and be prepared to share these ideas with your class. Step 2, your teacher is going to review some basic components of storm-resistant buildings. And with your group, you're going to use the internet to do some research and record your findings on student sheet 8.3. And then you're going to work as a group to draw a sketch of the storm-resistant building and then each component that goes there. Now, that will not be on a poster board. That's actually on a different kind of sheet. I'll show you here in a second. Step 2 and 3 are going to be on, this is where all your information is going to go. And at the bottom of this sheet, it says on the back, create a poster to illustrate, include a title for the home or detailed instructions. And then this is 8.3 where you're gathering information. So 2 different pages here for information for investigation 8.3. Here's a list of resources your teacher should probably put on Google Classroom for you. And then finally, your to-do list today, research the steps, storm damage, to reduce storm damage, steps 1, 2, and 3. If you get time at the end, get ready for lesson 8 reflection, which is tomorrow. If you have any questions, please let me know.